Heading out to College Station, where Texas A&M Aggies are picking at pick 15. They went 8-8 last year. Big improvement over the previous regime. I thought they took a lot of strides, even with the young quarterback Nate Haywood coming in after busting out in Alabama. He kind of turned into a journeyman, and A&M brought him in, and he had a pretty good season for the most part. Um, they finished third in the SEC West, and while I've given them props for doing what they did with Haywood, I'm not surprised they ended up going and taking their franchise quarterback of the future, and that's Robert Endicott, the first quarterback chosen in this year's draft. I know Super Sloth was really high on this guy. He's definitely got the lowest floor out of a lot of these quarterbacks. With the 58 vol, though, that's not necessarily the best. I would still think that he's a little bit risky, but since his pass accuracy is already a 70 current, he definitely has a lot less to go down. So, you're seeing quarterbacks doing well in the 70s with their accuracy. So even if Endicott doesn't boom, I still think he could be a productive player. He's got really good release with 88. He's got a good arm with 85. Good intelligence, 82. Scrambling is decent with 67. Field vision is pretty high, 88. He's got a lot of good skills that you could build a quarterback, and so I think Endicott is going to be set up for success. Even in his first year, I would not be surprised if Endicott ended up being the starter year one, just because he's already so good on his current and some of these skills. And so look for him as a preseason, see how he does. I really thought this was a good pick. I think they were pretty happy when Rutgers decided to pass, and they were able to get him. In the second round, they took the guard Randy Evans. And I think A&M took advantage of a market of higher vol linemen that caused a lot of these high vol linemen to fall, because this is a first round type talent. Evans, for a guard, he's got really good feet. Like I always say, 58 speed, 78 acceleration, really good for pulling. Solid strength in 97 or 87. So he's got really good strength, like a lot of these linemen that started to fall. His intelligence, 83, discipline, 97, top of the charts on the discipline. And then both his blocking skills, run blocking, 92 potential, and pass blocking, 90. And there is a lot of room to grow in both of these categories. So with that 82 volatility, you're looking at a guy that could end up 100 in both his blocking skills and be one of the better linemen in this draft. Unfortunately, there's a lot of room to crater if he doesn't hit in camp. So this is one of those hit or miss type picks. We talked about it with McQuaid. We talked about it with Nam. There's a handful of these guys that could be really good. And, not all of them are going to be good, but it's just who gets the luck and gets them. And so I give credit to A&M for taking a chance on a guy like this, because he could be the next All-American type guard. Sloth went with a B plus, as well as did I. I thought A&M did some good things. I think they're really moving the needle in College Station and really getting this team focused and headed in the right direction. And I would not be surprised if they're not contending for the SEC title this year, just because that whole division is starting to heat up, and I think they're going to beat up on each other. Look for the Aggies to make some noise. If they do start the rookie, it might be a little bit of growing pains, just because it seems like that usually happens with all rookie quarterbacks. But I like what they're doing. So